morning, good morning. Hey guys. What's up, everybody? We're going to start a new trial today. My name's Debbie. Welcome to my channel. Judy, dropping gifts again. Welcome to all the new members. Happy birthday, Judy. Today is the big day. Yay. She made it to 65. Travis said, woohoo. Thank you so much for all the gifted memberships, Judy. That's amazing. You are so awesome. You help with the channel so much. I couldn't do this without you. You are my sidekick. Good morning, Jennifer. I was afraid I was going to get fussed at. Hey, Carla. I was afraid I was going to get fussed at by Wiggles for being a few seconds late, but Wiggles isn't even here. Now I can fuss at her for being late. So we're going to start a new trial today. We're going to do Brooks this morning, but I found a new trial. It started yesterday, so we're going to be a little bit on catch up today. But this woman killed her husband, and while she was in prison, she got pregnant by an inmate that she never had sex with. They smuggled his semen in saran wrap, and she inserted it with like a yeast infection applicator. And I'll play the little news clip thing before we start the trial of how they did it. And then, so like all through her pretrial hearings, she's pregnant. And she wanted house arrest because she was pregnant. I don't know if that was why they did this. He wrote her handwritten notes saying how much he loved her and everything. And they never physically met. I don't know how it got started. They investigated. They said it took as long as it did for the baby to gestate for them to investigate it. So it was over a 9-month investigation to figure out how this happened and how it will never happen again. So that's the trial we're going to do. So, yeah. Meanwhile, in, was it Scotland? England? Somewhere in the UK, there was a guy who was arrested for rape, who immediately decided that he identified as a woman, and they put him in a women's prison. A rapist. Because he wasn't trans before the rape, but after the rape, he decided he was trans, and they put him in a women's prison. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. So, because that's what I thought this was going to turn out to be, but no, he actually, I guess they were on different floors, but in the same, I guess, unit. They used like the air conditioning vent, and so he would do his thing and then put it in saran wrap and then drop it through the air vent. Yeah. Okay, Carla. No, that was great. Don't apologize. Okay, so we are on trial day 1. It took us a long time to get here, man, because Darrell just wouldn't shut up and let it get here. We are on the second witness. The first one was the police officer that almost cried on the stand. I've never seen a police officer almost cry on the stand. That was heartbreaking. And it was just sounds. Jennifer. I love you, girl. Yeah, that was the police crying, man.
The state calls Corey Runkle.
All right. Good afternoon, Ms. Runkle. If you would please make your way to the witness stand. When you get there, please remain standing. Raise your right hand. My clerk, Teresa, will swear you in. Is the map to stay up at this point?
It doesn't need to, but it also doesn't need to come down, I don't think.
How about I
It's in
just
the way.
use, over here, we'll just put it behind.
Okay.
Just stick it behind. The easel can stay there. All right, and my clerk Teresa's over here. If you would raise your right hand, she'll swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I solemnly swear.
Thank you, ma'am. Please have a seat. We'll get that settled, and then the first thing I will ask you to do, excuse me, is to state and spell your first and last names for the record.
My name is Corey Runkle, and it's spelled K-O-R-I-R-U-N-K-E-L.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Ms. Runkle. Do you know a person named Erica Patterson?
Yes,
How do you know that person?
from the shelter,
What shelter are you talking about?
women's shelter,
What city is the women's shelter in?
Waukesha.
And when did you meet Erica Patterson?
Around probably October, I think.
Okay. You are not used to testifying in court, right?
Not really.
I'm going to ask you to scoot a little bit forward. The nice lady in front of you
The
is...
microphone a little closer. I think that'll help.
We just have to make sure that everybody can hear, especially the court reporter in front of you, because she's writing everything down, okay?
Okay.
So can you answer, when did you meet Erica Patterson?
Either October or November.
Of what year?
21 this year.
2021?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you meet her at the women's shelter that you're
Yeah.
talking about? Okay. What was your living arrangements at the shelter?
Okay, it wasn't this year, it was last year, I think.
2021.
Yeah.
Okay. And what were your living arrangements at the women's shelter?
We were bunking together.
You and Erica?
Yeah.
Jennifer's on a roll this
While
morning,
you were bunking
man.
together with Erica at the women's shelter, did Erica ever talk about a boyfriend of hers?
It wasn't her boyfriend.
Okay. Did she ever talk about a man?
Yeah.
And did she ever provide the name of that man?
Yeah.
What was it?
Darrell Brooks.
Okay. Were you with Erica on the afternoon of November 21st, 2021?
Yes, until I split up with her.
Okay. Can you tell us where you were with Erica before you split up with her?
I forgot what park it was, but we were at like the park where the dragonfly was, except for we were at the docks.
Is that in Waukesha?
Yeah.
Okay. And the docks, are you talking about a river?
Yeah.
So the park by the river?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you doing with Erica in the park?
Hanging out.
Okay. Was anybody with you?
Yeah. Kyle.
Okay. And you mentioned that you split up with Erica at some point, is that right?
Yeah.
Do you remember why?
To go hang out with Nick.
Do you know Nick's last name?
Kirby.
Okay. And Erica didn't go with you?
No.
Okay. So what happened after you split up with Erica?
She met up with Darrell.
How do you know that?
Because she was on the phone with him and they said that they were going to meet up.
Now, before that day, November 21st, had you ever met Darrell Brooks?
No.
You'd only heard his name from Erica?
Yeah.
Okay. After you split up with Erica and she went to hang out with Darrell, did Erica ever contact you or Nick after that point?
Yeah.
How did that contact take place? Was it, again, did she like see you or did she call you? How
No,
did that
she
happen?
called me on my cell phone.
Okay. And what was the nature of that conversation?
That he was beating her up and he was following her.
Okay. What did you do when you learned this information from Erica?
Me and Nick started running to where she told us she was,
Where was that?
by the school. I
Okay.
forgot what school it was, but it was by the school.
All right. Did you find her?
Yeah,
Do you remember where you found her?
right in front of the school.
Okay. Do you remember what was happening when you found her?
He was swerving into her.
When you say he, who are you talking
Oh,
about?
Darrell.
Darrell, the person?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear Darrell saying anything to Erica at that time?
He was yelling at her to get back in the car.
Okay. Did she?
No. She tried, but I pulled her away.
Okay. Before you testified today, you reviewed a couple of surveillance videos, is that right?
Yeah. No, not today, but a while ago.
A while ago, not
Yeah.
today. I'd like to put Exhibit 3 up on the screen for the witness for identification.
Go ahead.
Moments video. I want you to see if it's the same video that you've reviewed previously. Okay, so we're just going to play about 10 seconds here.
I could just tell that's her walking up.
Okay. Let's pause there. So you reviewed this video. Is it an accurate depiction of how the events unfolded in front of the school you're talking about?
Yeah.
I move Exhibit 3 into evidence and ask to publish.
Any objection, Mr. Brooks?
Yeah, my objection would be, you've only played 5 seconds of the video, whereas the other 5, you just said 10 seconds that you would play. I'm curious to see the rest of the video.
Your objection is noted, it's overruled. This is for foundation to establish it's what the witness is going to testify about. She's testified, it's a fair and accurate depiction of the events that unfolded in her presence, and I will receive Exhibit 3. Permission to publish is granted.
All right, we're going to hit play from the beginning.
Yeah, Darrell, you're fixing to get
There's
to see
his
the whole
car.
thing.
Let's hit a pause.
Okay.
Let's hit pause. We are at 16 seconds. We saw a person wearing a blue shirt walking from the left. Do you know who that person is?
Erica.
Erica Patterson.
Yeah.
And when you said there's his car, what car were you referring to?
The red one. The
And
SUV.
do you know who was driving that car?
Darrell.
Darrell Brooks?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, this would have been the first time you ever saw Darrell Brooks, is that
Yeah.
correct? Okay. We're going to resume from that point, but wait until I pause again to speak again, okay?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So we'll play from 16 seconds.
just gonna sit here and watch him watch the video.
Let's pause there. Pause at 2 minutes and 44 seconds. During that clip, we saw a red SUV towards the top of the screen. Is that right?
Yeah.
And did you recognize that vehicle?
Yeah, that was Darrell's.
Okay. We see now at this stoppage point, we can see two people on the upper right-hand corner. Do you know who those people are?
Me and Nick.
Do you know which one you are?
The one with the green gloves.
So left or right?
I think
As we're
the
looking-
one up in front.
And then there's a person with a white hood. Do you know
Yeah,
who that is?
that's Nick.
Okay, so you're the other one on the left?
Yeah.
All right. And you saw Erica?
Yeah.
All right, let's resume playing at 2 minutes and 44 seconds.
You can go put him back in there.
Let's pause there. Pause to 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Who's the person in the gray hooded sweatshirt?
That's Darrell.
The objection's overruled. For answer my stand.
That's Darrell.
How far away would you say your face was from Darrell's face at this point in the video?
I was chesting up.
Chesting up?
Yeah.
So I guess that's pretty self-explanatory. Do you see Darrell Brooks either in the courtroom or on any monitors in the courtroom right now?
Yeah.
Your Honor, and actually for this point, I would ask that the court order the defendant to remove his mask.
Mr. Brooks, you're ordered to remove your mask.
Huh. I'm surprised he did it without a fight.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh,
Mr.
he
Brooks,
did fight. Okay.
We talked about this
Spoke too
at a
soon.
prior hearing. For purposes of identification, you're ordered to unmask. Thank you, sir.
So now I'll re-ask that question. Mr. Runkle, do you see Darrell, the person you're talking about in the video, either in the courtroom or on a monitor in the courtroom?
Yes.
Can you tell us where?
In orange.
On the monitor in front of you?
Yeah.
I'd ask the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
The record will so reflect. Thank you, Mr. Brooks. You can remask.
Let's hit play and resume at 3 minutes and 19 seconds. All right, we've reached the end. Mr. Runkle, can you tell us what was happening in that last portion of the video we just watched?
Well, before Erica, me, and Nick showed up in the camera, that's when I ran after Erica from getting ran over, and then she tried to jump in the car with him, and then I ended up chesting up to him, and then we ended up going at it. So yeah.
How would you describe the level of your volume during that interaction?
Like, what do you mean?
Were you yelling?
I'd say yeah.
Was Mr. Brooks yelling?
Yeah.
Was anybody else in that video, either Nick or Erica, were they yelling?
Erica was telling me to stop.
Okay. And what happened after the physical confrontation with Mr. Brooks?
Nick pulled me away,
And then what happened?
and then Brooks walked off
Did you see where he went?
into his car.
The red SUV in the video we
Yeah.
just watched? Was there anybody else in the SUV at that point that you saw?
No.
What happened next?
After that, it was like he headed out.
Okay. Did Mr. Brooks say anything to you or Erica or Nick as he was leaving?
He told Erica he was no.
You know, Zach said chesting up is self-explanatory. So, yeah, I would say that's self-explanatory. But, and then we started going at it. That's not self-explanatory. I would have hoped that Zach would have asked, well, what does going at it mean? Were they yelling? Were they punching? Were they shoving? What was going at it meant? What did going at it mean? That's a little more vague than chesting up.
The basis for your objection, you said objection, right?
Is hearsay and irrelevant?
Is it being offered for the truth of the matter, certain?
Well, it's a statement by a party opponent, so it's not hearsay.
Oh, it's a
I'm
statement, sorry.
freezing too, and I'm in
I think I
Florida.
misheard what she said. All right, the objection is overruled.
Because he keeps
If
it like an
it's, she may
icebox in
testify
his
as to
house.
words that you spoke on this occasion. Go ahead.
He told Erica that he was gonna find her and he's gonna kill her.
Can we pull up Exhibit 5 for the witness, please? I guess while we're waiting on that, did you at any point come into contact with police or a police officer after Mr. Brooks left the scene that we just watched?
I forgot what that guy was at, the little stoppers, like where they stopped everybody. But we came into contact with him, and then he called the police officer, and then we had contact with the police officer.
Okay. At any point while Mr. Brooks was still present for the scuffle, did you or anybody else in your group call the police?
No.
You need to turn on the safe table, please, for preview mode.
I will confirm it's in front of mine and the witnesses monitor, or on our monitor.
All right, Ms. Runkle, I'm showing you on your monitor a photograph that's been marked as State Exhibit number 5. Do you recognize that photograph?
Yes.
Who's in that photograph?
Erica?
Erica Patterson? Is that an accurate representation of how Erica looked the night of November 21st, so after the Waukesha Christmas parade?
Yes.
I move Exhibit 5 into evidence and ask to publish.
Any objection?
Yep, on the grounds of that is hearsay.
The objection's noted, it's overruled.
It's not hearsay.
Exhibit 5 is received, permission to publish is granted.
Oh, good Lord, he's just gonna object every time he has a chance to.
Were you with Erica Patterson the day before the parade, so November 20th?
Yes.
Did she have a swollen left eye on November 20th?
No.
I want to go back to the issue of police and whether or not you had contact with them. Can you describe in a little bit more detail what exactly happened with law enforcement after the defendant left the scene that we just watched?
I'm not sure where we walked, but like I think we walked straight down to the parade. I'm not sure, but we stopped at these like stoppers where there was this I don't know what he's called. It's not a cop, but he was like a guard, and we ended up telling him that what happened, that Erica almost got ran over. I had to pull her away from the car, and he ended up calling the cops. He told us, hold on, let me call the cops, and a cop came, and we started talking to him.
Okay, but you don't, or do you remember the name of the officer that you spoke with?
I do not.
Okay. That's all the questions I have for this witness.
All right, Mr. Brooks, do you have any questions for this witness?
I sure do. So, my first question would be, you seem to be unclear about when you met Erica. Would you say it was roughly October or November because you wasn't sure which month in between?
Yeah.
There's no in between October and
I
November.
know it was before Christmas.
Do you, well, you just said that you had never seen her quote unquote boyfriend or whoever she was referring to as that before the Christmas parade, is that correct?
The Christmas parade was November, right?
Asking you if you had seen the
Not
individ-
before, but the Christmas parade was November. I'm just asking, right? Okay, so no.
Did she, you want her to restate her answer? She answered, she confirmed your question.
I wanted to be direct.
Okay, no, I have not.
So you just testified that you can identify who was driving the said vehicle as soon as you saw the video played. If you've never seen the driver before that day, how would you even know who it was?
I'll object. That is not a clear question. This is just going to confuse the witness. It's confused me.
Also state it, Mr. Brooks, rephrase the question, please.
Would you play the video again, the first 10 seconds? I'm guessing that it was.
Exhibit 3.
Exhibit 3? You want us to, you want the first 10 seconds of exhibit played?
Show
Not asking who
the
drove.
first couple of seconds of
Not
the.
asking who drove through the parade. We're talking about
All right, it's up.
Erica right now. This whole
Now,
trial was a
Just
farce.
said, just
Hold on,
testified.
it's playing. You want it to stop now?
Stop.
Okay,
You
Play the
just,
first 13 seconds for the witness.
thank you.
you just testified that as soon as you saw the vehicle come into the camera view, you said, "Oh, there's his car." How would you know whose car it was if you've never seen this person before that day?
You
Can
understand the question?
Yeah.
Go ahead and answer.
Because I was told that she was going to meet up with Darrell Brooks.
And
So you
saw
were
him
told
get
this
out of the car,
directly from Erica.
maybe?
Yes.
Did at any time she ever tell you what kind of car he had and what kind of car he would be meeting up with her with, quote unquote?
No.
So how can you identify that it was the said person's car if you had no knowledge of what vehicle this said person would be driving, or who the person even was, or what the person even looked like? How would you know?
Because I was told it was Darrell Brooks.
And so you were told that it was this name, but you were able to identify the vehicle and the person on the first day that you ever saw them.
Objection.
Is that-
Asked and answered.
Let him finish his question.
Did she just chuckle?
Again, as soon as the car came into camera view, you immediately said on the record just a few minutes ago, "Oh, there's his car." Who is his? Who were you referring to?
Darrell Brooks.
And you would be able to know that that was quote unquote Darrell Brooks just by seeing the car come into the view of the camera.
Now I'll object based on an asked and answered question.
Sustained. Mr. Brooks, are you trying to ask her whether at the moment in time she first saw the SUV, did she know who was driving? That would be a relevant question.
Did you know who was driving the SUV that you saw when you saw it?
Not in court, but when you first saw it on that date.
Yes, because I don't see why Erica would be talking to anybody else and getting yelled at by somebody else.
But did you know at that moment who was driving the car?
Yes.
And how would you know that? You just said that you had no knowledge of the vehicle that whoever Erica was meeting up with would be driving. So how would you know that?
Objection. Asked and answered and argumentative.
Yeah. Her answer previously, Mr. Brooks, was she's basing that on what someone told her, not based on what she saw at that point. That's at least how I took it.
So Erica told you the vehicle and how the vehicle would look.
Do you understand the question?
Say that again.
Mr. Brooks?
Erica, I'm
Restate
sorry,
the
Your Honor.
question. No, that's okay. Restate the question, sir.
So let's back up a little bit.
Confusing the
Erica
witness.
told you that she was meeting up with this Darrell Brooks, correct? That's what you said, right?
Correct.
And did she at any time tell you what vehicle this person would be driving and how the vehicle looked?
She did not.
So the first time you saw the vehicle, did you know who was driving the vehicle?
Yes, when she told me. When she told me.
He's asking you those, did you know based on personal observation?
Oh, no, not
based on what
personal
someone told you?
observation. Oh, wait. So personal observation? Oh, no, never mind. Okay, yeah.
So let's just make sure the record's clear what your answer is.
It's based on what I was told when I met up with her.
So it was told,
That's been established. It's been established what was told, so next question.
no, I was going to a different question. I didn't get to it.
All right, well then ask it, please.
I'm trying to. So
He's got
you
to
were told
argue
after
back. He
the
can't
vehicle
just.
drove away and you and Erica were alone? Is that when you were told?
Yes.
So it would be fair to say that before you were told this, after the vehicle drove away, you did not know who was driving the vehicle, correct? Would that be fair to say?
Oh, I had a suspicion it was Darrell.
You had a suspicion or did you know?
Had a suspicion until I
So
asked
you
her.
didn't know.
Argumentative.
Yeah, so we've kind of been a little bit circular here, so the objection is sustained. I think we need to be clear, Mr. Brooks, when you ask your questions about what point in time. It's one thing to talk about when she first sees the vehicle, because there's been no contact between her and the vehicle, but it's a different point in time when it's later. So you need to make clear at what point in time you're referring to so that your question is clear.
Got you. You identified the alleged defendant in court. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
You're not the alleged
And-
defendant. You're the defendant.
The alleged defendant that you identified was the same person that you saw driving the vehicle that day.
Yes.
The video also shows that,
Hey, Nichelle.
well, let me back up. Matter of fact, let me ask a different question. You made reference to hanging out with Erica in the park, correct?
Yes.
With maybe one other person
Yeah.
present?
Yes.
Hanging out, what were you guys actually doing?
Drinking?
So, would it be fair to say that because of alcohol being involved, that there may have been a misinterpretation of what you saw?
No.
What you thought you saw?
Objection calls for speculation.
The question, the way it's asked, calls for speculation. If you could please rephrase it.
Oh, I asked it different. How
That's what rephrase means, stupid.
how much were you drinking? Was it a few beers, a bottle,
Half a
something to that
pint.
effect? Half a pint. Do you remember what you were drinking?
Vodka?
Do you remember if Erica was drinking?
She was.
And you said that you separated at one point to go hang with another person. I can't remember the name, but would that be fair to say that you separated from Erica to go hang out with another person?
I did say that.
Was that person also drinking that day?
No.
Did that person overhear any conversation between you and Erica?
No.
Would that be the same person that was saw in the video?
Yes.
So that would be Nick? Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And is it true that you did give a statement about what you saw and heard that day?
Yes.
Is that fair to say? Would it be fair to say that in this statement that you gave, you never mentioned the person that you saw driving make any threats? Would that be fair to say?
I never mentioned.
Well, I have the statement right here in front of me. Would it be fair to say that the statement that you gave that day, that you do not say in your statement that you heard any threats being made or yelled towards Erica? Would that be fair to say?
Possibly.
So do you remember giving a statement?
I remember giving a statement.
Do you remember what you said in your statement?
I do.
So I'm gonna ask you again because I just asked. I have your statement in front of me. You did not mention any threats being yelled or made towards Erica. Would that be fair to say?
I did mention some.
What exactly did you mention?
That you were yelling at her, saying that you were gonna kill her and to get in the car.
And that's in your statement.
Yes.
Would you like me to read your statement to you?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah, sure.
So I'll object based on the procedure that the defendant is employing at this point.
Sure. Mr. Brooks, there is a procedure. I can have the state bring up her statement, I hope electronically, to show her. It would, and then, all right.
Bring it up, courtesy.
You'll want to direct her to what part. You can ask her to review it, ask her if that refreshes her recollection, and then you can ask her a question. Or even show her that and ask a direct question about it would be another way.
Okay, this is not it, right?
No, they'll get it up. It just takes a moment.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's, So are we sure we can't get the front? Because we tested that twice yesterday and this morning, and it should have worked. We sure we can't get the front table?
We can try.
I have it selected right now and I see electronic, so.
They have to connect it though. Stand. Do you need a water or anything?
No.
George, want to stand for a second? Go ahead too. We have a lot of new technology in this courtroom, and it's great when it works. But it's a lot to get used to.
Excuse me, Your Honor, if I may ask you, are we still on the record right now? Or we are?
We are the record why they.
Okay. I was gonna say something to the bailiff and I didn't want to be disrespectful by.
Do you want me to mute you for a second so you can?
Oh, no, it's fine, it's fine. When will I be allowed to come back into the court so I can see everything?
You have earned your right to come back, sir. I mean, I can bring you back if you want to finish your questioning here.
I do.
All right, we'll take a short break for you to do that. All right, I'll have to excuse the jury for a moment. We'll be in recess as far as the cameras are concerned.
Hey,
for that.
Michelle.
Before we bring out the jury, if we need to talk procedure, or Attorney Wichow, if there was something you wanted to address.
Thank you. I think there may have been some misunderstanding on the nature of this statement in question. This witness provided a statement to a police detective who then wrote a police report summarizing the statement. So the proper method at this point for the defendant would be to confront her by orally quoting from that, asking if she said or didn't say these things. To show her this statement we're not refreshing her recollection. She didn't write this.
Ah, I see. So I didn't know that, but that certainly makes a lot of sense. Mr. Brooks, did you hear what Attorney Wichow just said about the procedure?
Is it a way to verify that is in fact procedure? Just to be clear for the record. Can you verify it?
I had referenced earlier that I thought you were trying, we might be showing her the statement to help refresh her recollection, but I don't have any of the statements in front of me, and I wasn't aware that it's the police report that may be referenced is written by someone other than this witness. She wrote a statement apparently, but the police report is a summary of her statement. So
how it that kind of makes it problematic though. You could probably see what I'm getting at, Your Honor, by if it's a summary of what she said.
Do you have the statement do you have a written statement of hers?
Yes, I'm trying to get back to it. You know, I got a lot of stuff coming over here.
I know.
Once he finds the statement, I suggest that Mr. Brooks read directly from the statement the portions that he's asking the witness about and ask her if she did or didn't say those things he's reading.
Does the state have it available to put on the monitor if he's having difficulty finding his copy?
Sure.
Let's do that, please.
What was that? The last part, I'm sorry.
It'll be on the monitor in front of you. Oh, we can, yeah, there you go. if you can't find, this is this.
Well, it's a little.
I don't know PhD. In summary.
Why don't you read that to yourself and see if that helps you formulate a question. You need to scroll down a little bit.
Yeah. That's all I need.
Okay. Do you want any part of this shown to the witness?
Yeah, but I want to go to that top part that I read first.
Oh, actually, I think we were talking about, he doesn't need to refresh. I don't think it's been established he would need to refresh her recollection yet. She's testified from her memory. So you can use what's in this statement, sir, to formulate questions on cross-examination, and you can use leading questions. So at this point, I don't need to show it to her, but you can ask questions. We'll bring the jury back out and you can continue.
Would this be left up for me to see though? Wow.
We can leave it up.
We can leave it up.
Okay.
Is the part that's up sufficient, or do you need to scroll up? Does the state need to scroll up a little bit for you?
I would only need this part that's on my screen now.
Okay.
And then you whoever's strolling, stroll down a little bit past that to the second
Strolling?
part. Oh,
Who's ever
How about that?
strolling? Hey, Marty.
Should be able to see both parts now.
Who's ever strolling?
Starts with in summary near the top,
yeah.
and then that's page 2 of 5, and then down below, presumably it says 3 of 5, but I'd like to bring the jury up, so let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let's have the jury brought back in. Mr. Brooks, you're doing a good job at
I'm
coming up with questions and
attentive.
following the process, and I appreciate you asking to come back over here.
Anytime she can, like anytime he does something right, she mentions it.
Hi.
Like, she wants him to know, unlike anybody in his life has ever done, she lets him know when he does something right. Which I have to commend her for, because it would be so easy just to highlight his mistakes. You know? But she doesn't. She tells him when he does anything good, which is very rare. But she does, and that's a good thing.
All right, thank you, everyone. Please be seated. All right. Mr. Brooks, when you're ready, please continue with your
Bye.
cross-exam.
Have a great day.
Okay. I'm gonna give everybody time to settle back in for a few seconds.
Okay.
So, Miss, is it Runkle?
It is.
You stated earlier that when you were hanging out with Erica at the park that you were drinking, right?
I did.
And you also stated that you guys separated and you went to go hang out with someone else.
With Nick, yes.
With Nick. You did state that Nick wasn't drinking, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna ask earlier when I asked, I think you were asked by Attorney Whitchild if you heard any yelling or anything being yelled at Erica, or I'll forget how you phrased the question, but did you hear any yelling or anything directed towards you guys? And do you remember what you said?
I heard that you were yelling at Erica, telling her to get in the car, and that you were gonna kill her. That was you were gonna kill her was after the fact that you headed out, but that's probably not what you're asking. The fact of you were yelling at her, telling her to get in the car, was the time when you were around. Oh, I mean, sorry, Brooks was around.
Brooks or you? You said you, and then you said Brooks. But you did state that you had never seen Brooks before November 21st of 2021. Would that be
Right.
fair to say?
Right.
And you also did say that you had only heard of him through Erica, correct?
Right.
At any time, did you ever observe any phone conversations or interactions between Erica and Brooks?
Am I allowed to answer that?
He's just asking you whether you have, not the content of any of those.
I have.
Would it be fair to say that you knew a lot of details about their relationship? Would that be fair to say?
I did.
What specifically did you know before November 21st, 2021?
Mr. Brooks? I'm sure you want to ask that question. Think about some of the pretrial rulings I've made.
Let me rephrase that.
Okay, good idea.
I'm sorry, I'm new. So, in your statement that I'm looking at right here on the screen, it says, it is Runkle, right?
Yes.
I don't want to mispronounce your name. It says, Runkle further stated that she heard Brooks telling Erica he was going to smash her face in and that he was going to kill her.
Yes.
I'm
sorry.
Is that what you heard?
Yes.
So you didn't hear what you just testified to hearing?
No.
Or did you hear what I just read to you?
I heard that after you were leaving.
After
Not that what you just read. I heard that after you were leaving.
you do know that this is your statement that I'm reading from, right?
I do.
We've established that, and this is argumentative.
Sustained. Rephrase.
I'm trying to figure out which one did you hear.
Objection. Vague.
Did you hear the I'm going to smash your face in, or did you hear what you previously said?
Well, I heard when you were sitting there arguing with her, I heard that.
Who is the you you're referring
So
to?
I'm sorry. Brooks said that when he was arguing with Erica.
And you claim that it says right here, but through knowing Patterson, she did know that Brooks was Erica Patterson's boyfriend. Did she ever tell you that Brooks was her boyfriend?
She said she said Brooks was her ex.
No, say you. Hey, Wiggles. Say you.
I'm a little confused by the statement and then the testimony right now.
Objection, that's not a question.
Sustained. Mr. Brooks, you need to formulate a question for the witness.
Did you ever hear, and then this is coming from your statement, Runkle stated that after a short dispute between her, Kirby, I guess that would be referring to Nick.
Yes.
After a short dispute between her, Kirby, and Brooks, she saw Brooks get back into the red SUV and heard him saying something to the effect of, I don't swear, so F you, effing bees, you're dead. Did you at any time hear anything like that?
You
Yes.
don't what? Objection,
When
liar.
you just testified, why did that part of your statement never come up? Why did you never say that?
Because it probably wasn't brought up at that time, but it's in my memory.
So what all exactly did you hear?
I heard what you were saying.
Heard you say at this time? Like, the question's not clear to me. Like, what time frame? Who are we talking about?
When, because in the video it's clear that
Hold on, go back to your question. I didn't mean for you to not ask it. I just want to make sure I understand specifically who you're asking this witness about statements that were made.
I'm asking about who she said was the individual driving the vehicle.
Well, that's different than what you just asked. So if you want to change and
because
go to that, that's
you
fine.
just clarified it a little bit. So what exactly did you hear coming from the individual who was driving the vehicle?
I'm sorry, can we just clarify at what point we're talking
Exactly.
Still vague.
At the point that I guess I would refer back to the video at that point that we saw on the video.
So what point of the video? There's lots of points. It was many minutes long.
Roughly, I'm not sure, I think it was
Can you describe what part of the video you want?
the part of the video when that she testified to where she said she had the green gloves and
So
she was
in the
standing
beginning of the video?
no, it was like towards the middle. She was standing in the street and she said she had the green gloves because I think somebody asked her which one was she,
Right.
and she
I
said
remember
the
that.
one with the green gloves.
I remember that.
At that point, did you observe anything being said out of said vehicle? Did you hear anything being yelled or screamed or anything like that at that point?
Well, before I showed up, I heard yelling.
You heard yelling before you showed up.
Yeah, because like before I showed up into the video.
So how far were you down the street that you were able to hear what was being said?
Objection irrelevant.
Not.
Calls for effect, not in evidence. She didn't say what she heard. She didn't say she could understand what was said.
She can answer the question. I'm going to overrule it. I understand what the state is saying, but I think he's trying to establish where she was at that point in time. So go ahead and answer.
No, where? Okay, I was right where you pulled up the second time.
Are you sure you know what I was asking?
It was not entirely clear to maybe all of us, but I was trying to give you some leeway. So
I knew you understood where I was going with that. Were you at a, let me say it like this, were you at a distance before you came into that video? Like approximately how far away were you from the vehicle and from Erica?
Yeah.
Before
distance.
you heard anything being yelled or screamed, as you say.
I was at a distance.
So would it be fair to say that it would be hard to hear the conversation that was being had?
Not really. Brooks was.
He's on COVID protocol, Nichelle. He complained over the weekend that he was not feeling well. And were you not here yesterday at all? We missed you yesterday. We did notice that you weren't here. But I thought you were here yesterday morning. Were you not here at all? Yes, to hide his identity. But also, he complained of fatigue over the weekend, and then he complained of not being able to taste his food. And so they gave him a COVID test. So yesterday started off with, it was supposed to start with jury instructions, the initial jury instructions, and then he wanted the, yeah, I thought she was here yesterday morning, just not in the afternoon. So his food had no taste, and then he wanted to adjourn because he had been tested for COVID, and they said he couldn't be out of his cell, yet they took him to the courtroom. He's just stalling. He doesn't, and he's 6 feet from everybody. He's in another courtroom. He doesn't need to have the mask on. Yeah, he doesn't need the mask. He just wants to wear the mask. And he does think it's gonna, be a disguise too.
Yelling pretty loud.
So you were able to hear the gist of the conversation from the distance that you were at?
Yes.
Even with a parade going on and a street full of people, you were able to hear from a distance, which you just said you were at a distance, you were able to hear the gist of the conversation.
The parade was nowhere close.
answer the question. Were you able to hear?
Oh, yes, sorry.
You were able to hear, even testifying that you were drinking vodka.
Yes.
What else did you hear?
At what point and by whom?
At the same point, what did you hear from Erica at that point?
I don't remember.
But you remember hearing something from the driver of the vehicle who was inside of the car.
Yep.
but you don't remember what you heard from Erica, who was outside of the car and would be more easier to hear.
Okay, thank you for being specific at that. I remember
welcome.
Erica sitting there telling me that she wanted to go.
So she was telling you that from you being at a distance.
No, she was right next to me. That was when she was walking towards. She said, "Come on, let's go."
At what point was that? Because you just testified that you were at a distance.
Objection argumentative. I'm also going to object to the manner in which this defendant is asking this witness these questions. He's intentionally misleading. He's trying to confuse her.
Mr. Brooks, the purpose of cross-examination is to ask questions that are relevant, test her credibility, other things like that. It gets to be a little confusing, at times maybe a little argumentative. I don't have all the reports in front of me, so I can't say whether it's misleading or not. But ask a direct question. You're able to ask leading questions so that she can answer directly. Be as specific as you can, time, place, circumstances. It's helpful for all.
I mean, the video is very clear that
But you can't testify right now, right? You can't make an argument about the video. So your opinion about it right now, that's not appropriate.
I want to.
Keep going. For the record, the objection was sustained.
You made a reference to being a reference to chesting up with the driver of the vehicle. What was said at that point between you and who you were chesting up with?
Well, I'm not gonna go back to that, but I was sitting there saying that you shouldn't be hitting a woman. No, Brooks should not be hitting a woman, and Brooks was saying that Erica Patterson is not a woman.
Are you sure that's what you heard? At that moment when you were chesting up, in your words?
Yes.
You're sure that's what you heard?
Yes.
What then happened from that point?
Then we started brawling it out. Oh, me and Brooks started brawling it out.
What do you mean by brawling it out?
No, threw a couple punches. I threw a punch. Brooks smacked me.
So did you put that in the
Look at that
report
expression on her face.
that you made, or the summary of the report that you gave to, I think it was Attorney Wichita said, a detective?
Objection. There's no evidence. This witness prepared a report or a summary.
Sustained.
Did you report that in your report?
It's something that's in my memory, but I hope I did.
Would it be fair to say that if you had just brawled with someone and talked to a detective that you would report it? Would that be fair to say?
Can you say that again?
Would it be
I
fair to say
hate
that
that
if you had just had a brawl with someone
Would that be fair to say?
and you talked
I
to
hate that question.
police directly after
Don't
the
know why,
brawl
but I hate
that you would report it? Would that be fair to say?
I was okay. I know you're asking a question, but
Hold on, you need to ask, you do need to ask.
okay.
You do need to answer his question. It called for a yes or no answer.
Okay, it's not in the report. I specifically said.
I have a question though, okay, so that's okay. Ask your next question.
Would it be fair to say by the video footage that there was no brawl or punches thrown by either party? Would that be fair to say?
There was.
Can we show the witness the video again?
Are you asking her whether the video shows a brawl?
Would it be fair to say that the video shows a brawl in which you just said that punches were thrown? That'd be fair to say.
Okay, so what's a brawl to you?
You can't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Okay,
I think
well,
hold on, Mr. Brooks, are you trying to ask whether are you going to confirm with her that she saw the video, and then on that video, you cannot see a brawl between her and Mr. Brooks? Is that what you're trying to get at?
A version of that, yes, but I was
You got to ask the questions
I
though
was
to
gonna
get to
say,
that.
can the video be shown to her again?
Ask your questions, sir.
In the video that you saw, would it be fair to say that a brawl was not depicted on that video. Would that be fair to say?
I don't know big words. What's depicted?
Can you see it in the video? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
That's what I mean.
Yes, I can see it.
You can see the brawl?
Yeah, no, I say it's a brawl. It's just a couple, it's just like a push, looks like a push, but it was a smack. And I got up and, yeah.
You got up, so you.
I got up and swung.
You were knocked to the ground.
No,
So where did you get up from?
from being pushed and smacked.
So you fell to the ground.
I didn't fall to the ground.
Sustained. Next question, sir.
So would it be fair to say that in the video it shows you being knocked to the ground?
I was not knocked to the ground. I staggered back.
Would it be? I got kind of thrown off for a second.
You and me both.
I,
People need to make sure their phones and other electronics are not logged.
would it be fair to say that the video does not show you being knocked to the ground at any point?
So I'll object to relevance because the witness never testified that she was knocked to the ground. So this is not a question aimed at her credibility.
She just said she got knocked to the ground.
She did not.
She said she got up. I'm sorry. She said she got up, which would constitute being, if you're not knocked to the ground or down,
More
you can't
words
get up.
here, Mr. Brooks.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, she was clear. I think she clarified what it meant by getting up, and it might mean something different to you than it does to her. But we need to keep going.
So can I ask what is getting up? What does getting up mean to you?
Stagger back.
So it would be fair to ask you then, does the video show you staggering back?
It does.
Does it show you being, as you called it, smacked?
It does.
Can we show her the video again?
Go ahead, play the video. Do you want it to the jury or to her?
To her.
I would ask that we publish it.
I think it's an exhibit, sir, and let's publish it. Okay.
Zach's getting mad.
Your Honor, would it be too much to ask if we went straight to that part of the video?
I don't know what part of this. I don't have the time.
I'm guessing this might be it right here.
It's coming up.
Let's just watch, and then we'll ask questions. We'll ask questions when we're done watching.
We're playing from 3 minutes and 9 seconds on Exhibit 3.
You can stop. That's
All right, what's the time for the stopping of the video, please?
3 minutes and 47 seconds.
All right, your question for her then, based on
My
that?
question would be, you just viewed the video again. That'd be fair to say.
I did.
At any time in that video, were you in fact smacked and staggered back?
Can I tell the exact time?
If you know, yes, go ahead.
At 3:23.
Can we see 323?
Go ahead. We'll start it a little bit before, so make sure to capture it. You should be able to see the time.
24.
Okay.
So we went from about 319 to 327.
Thank you. Your question regarding the video, sir?
My question again would be the same question. You just saw it again. In the portion of the video you just saw, would it be fair to say, on your part, your interpretation, that you were in fact smacked and staggered back?
Yes.
Next
Were,
question.
are you sure you weren't over exaggerating that?
No.
It looked like a push.
Objection recommended.
Sustained.
Would you say again what happened
directly after that?
Directly after the smack,
Directly after what you say is a smack?
staggered back.
No, directly after that whole incident.
I call it get up, but I came back and swung.
Would it be fair to say that the video doesn't show any of that you just said? Would that be fair?
It shows it somewhere.
So would it be fair that you're saying your interpretation of what you just saw would constitute a brawl, as you say, or brawling it out, as you say?
Hold on, Mr. Brooks. I've given you a lot of leeway on this topic. What's the relevance of all of this at this point? I think you made your point about what happened and what didn't, and what's in the video and what's not, and the jury can ultimately decide that. You can argue it later on to the
I'm
jury.
sorry, I thought this statement
Where are we going?
was supposed to object to that. If they saw an objection, I'm a little confused about that.
I need the questioning to kind of circle back to what's relevant for the trial.
Well, I thought it was relevant because of what the video was actually depicting.
And that video is going to speak for itself. It's been an exhibit.
Yes, it does.
And so you've asked a lot of questions about it. So let's move on. Under 906.11, that's my authority. I'm telling you to move forward. Next line of
Did you
questioning.
hear anything after the, as you say, brawling out? Did you hear anything coming from the vehicle? Was anything said to you directly coming from the vehicle at that point?
You understand the question?
Would it be
It doesn't.
after you leave?
He's
Oh wait, Brooks
stalling.
leaves? Or when
I was
Brooks gets
clearing
in?
what I just asked after the brawling it out.
But you asked directed at her, and then you said anything from the vehicle. So that's a compound question. So you need to be specific.
Did you hear anything after the brawling it out, as you say? Did you hear anything directed towards you?
Directed towards me? No.
Did you hear anything directed towards Nick?
I remember something being said.
Do you recall what was said?
I do not.
Did you hear anything directed towards Erica?
Yes.
What did you hear directed towards Erica?
At what time?
Right after the brawling it out, as you say. Did you hear anything directed specifically towards Erica?
Not till he left. No, not till Brooks left.
Would you say that again?
Not till Brooks left.
So, did you or did you not hear anything directed towards Erica after the brawling it out, as you say?
Okay, no.
Quit saying as you say.
So, can we pull that statement up again?
Makes you sound more stupid than you already are.
Go ahead. The state would do that once again. Just to the preview.
I'm reading directly from the statement where it says
Mr. Brooks, it may or may not be a statement, so you need to be accurate. I know you're referring to
the summary,
police report.
the summary of the statement. I'm reading directly from the summary of the statement where it says, Runkle stated that after a short dispute between her, Kirby, and Brooks, she saw Brooks get back into the red SUV and heard him saying something to the effect of "F you effing B's, you're dead," as he was leaving.
So I'll object on two grounds. One, asked and answered, and two, this could confuse the witness because it's not a direct, she used the F and the B.
Sustained.
It was something on the back end of that I didn't get to.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, sir, but you've already asked that question before, so the objection is sustained.
I actually don't recall asking the question directly to that part of the summary.
I do. You read through that previously.
Do you remember what the question was so that I don't re-ask the same question?
You're supposed to remember what you've asked.
Mr. Brooks, move on.
Did you ever hear something to the effect of "F you effing B's, you're dead"?
I did.
At what point did you hear that?
While Brooks was leaving?
So that would it be fair to say that you heard that after the brawling
Yes.
out?
You shook your head. Can you say
Yes.
it? Thank you.
That's a little confusing. So
Mr. Brooks, that's not a question. You're attempting to
I'm about
testify.
to ask a question.
You
If I
can't
can
do
get
that.
to it,
Well, you
Ask your
can't
question.
make comments,
But
stupid.
you also can't mischaracterize the testimony or the evidence up to this point.
what do you mean?
In your questions, you can't mischaracterize prior testimony or evidence. You have to be accurate. So
I'm trying to be, but it's
what's your next question, sir?
hard.
Yeah, that's why you should have a lawyer.
Just a quick second.
Right, unless you have a different topic.
It is.
Hold on. Anything related to this, what's in the summary, the questions regarding what she heard or didn't hear around this time, we've gone through that. You've gone through it. Under 906.11, you need to move on and ask a new line of questions.
I was trying to, if I can get to it.
Go ahead.
This part of the summary that I'm looking at now says Runkle stated that she did see pictures of Brooks following the Christmas parade incident via social media, and Runkle confirmed that was Brooks was the, well, I don't know, it looks kind of, I don't know if that's a mark on my screen that's going through, okay. I couldn't read it.
I'll object. I don't think there's a question there.
Right.
I didn't get to it yet.
Well, then I'll object to the ongoing commentary with lack of any questioning.
Yeah, you
And I'll
can't
sustain
make
that objection.
comments. Judge, tell him he can't make comments.
Oh, I do have a question. I do have a question. You said that you had known Erica roughly since you were rooming up at the women's shelter. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Ask and answer.
Do you have any idea why she would refer to you as Corey Gray?
Because I go by that.
Objection.
So how well,
relevance.
or how close were you? Would you say you guys were?
Objection relevance.
Close.
Close, like hung out all the time, every day.
Yes.
Objection relevance.
Hung out every day. Sorry.
And do you know of any time before November the 21st of 2021? Do you know of any time before that Erica mentioned to you anything about the relationship that she had with Brooks outside of what you learned that day?
Can you say that again?
At any time before November 21st of 2021, did Erica ever confide any information to you before that day?
She did.
What was the nature of the information?
It's not allowed to be brought up.
Have no fear. Justice shall prevail. The courts will decide. They say a man who represents himself has a fool for a client. Well, with God as my witness, I am that fool.
I think she's referring to a pretrial ruling that she's aware of.
Yeah.
So, you want to rethink asking that question, sir? Otherwise, I'm going to allow her to answer it.
What pretrial?
I'm not going to state.
No, I'm
that
not.
right now.
Are we both privy to the same pretrial procedure?
There was a pretrial ruling about it.
See how they help him? Do you see how the
Do you want her to answer
prosecution
that question, or do
helps
you want to
him?
move on?
I want to move on.
All right, I'll strike that question from the record. The jury will disregard the question that was asked.
So I want to ask, was there any, during the brawling out point, was there any interaction between the driver of the vehicle and Nick?
There was.
Do you remember what the nature of that interaction or exchange was between those two?
I don't know. I just remember jumping in front.
Do you recall any threats being made towards Nick or from Nick towards the driver of the vehicle?
Oh, I do.
Relevance.
Overruled, you may answer.
I do.
Do you remember what was said specifically?
Not specifically, but I remember Brooks getting mad because Nick was coming to Erica's rescue. Right along with Corey. Me.
Do you recall any knife
Hey,
being
Ken.
involved in any of that situation
No
during
knife.
that exchange whatsoever?
No knife.
Were you aware that that was why police was responding to that incident?
I did not.
Thank you, Judy.
Did you at any time have a knife during that incident?
I did not.
Do you know if Nick had a knife during that incident?
He did not.
Do you know if Erica had a knife Do you know if Erica had a knife during that incident?
She did not.
Why are we talking about knives?
As far as your memory, do you recall reporting that a knife was involved in that incident?
I do not.
Do you recall Nick
Well, the thing is, what they were dancing around was, I'm not even sure what they were dancing around, but it was something that would have been prejudicial against him. So it would have hurt him for that question to be asked. Oh, no, you can say whatever you want, Nichelle. Oh. So he's still talking about a knife. Were they not allowed to bring up the knife? But he's still asking questions about a knife. So it would have benefited the prosecution if he'd brought it up. But Zach went over there to remind him what they're not allowed to talk about. He could have just let him go and ruined his case.
reported a knife being involved in that incident?
It's possible.
But they also don't want to be here for another trial, because then that could have been an appellate issue, maybe? It's not about a knife fight. But the fight, I don't want to say motive, reason? Motive and reason kind of mean the same thing, but I don't think in this case it really does. The reason he did it was because he was pissed at Erica. So he just, instead of finding a safe route to leave, he was so angry he just plowed through the parade. So he didn't do it to kill people. He did it because he was pissed and just didn't care. And that's like when Zach did the opening statements, he said, pay attention to that second bullet point. And the first bullet point in intentional first-degree murder is that you have to be intending to commit murder. The second bullet point is you should have known your actions would have killed people. Whether you intended to kill people or not, you should have known your actions would have killed people. Like throwing a brick off an overpass. I think that was the example they used or whatever. But they bent over backwards to make sure that he had no room for appeal.
Do you recall Erica reporting that a knife was involved in that incident?
I do not.
You testified to drinking a half pint of vodka that day. Was that the only thing you had to drink that day?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that you were tipsy?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that you may even have been intoxicated?
No.
For any reason that day, acknowledging that you were drinking would that have impaired your thinking of the situation in any way?
No.
So would it be fair to say that you were of clear and sober mind during that whole incident after drinking a half pint of vodka?
Yes.
So there, to the best of your memory, there wouldn't be any reason why you may have left something out or maybe not been clear about anything that happened during that specific incident?
Possibly left some things out.
Do you remember what they might have been?
No.
Do you
Can't remember
Do
what
you know
you
the plaintiff?
forgot, stupid.
Objection for previous reasons.
Sustained.
What was the question?
have you ever seen the plaintiff?
Objection.
Oh, the plaintiff.
Sustained.
Have you ever had any interaction with the plaintiff?
Objection.
Sustained.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Let me redirect.
Very, very briefly, Your
Go
Honor.
ahead.
Ms. Runkle, you met with Detective David Van Els to provide a statement on November 22nd of 2021. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That's accurate?
Yes.
Okay, you remember telling Detective Van Els, when he was asking you about this incident, that when you arrived, you heard Darrell Brooks telling Erica Patterson that he was going to, quote, smash her face in and that he was going to kill her, end quote.
Yes.
Okay? Do you remember telling Detective Van Els that as you saw Brooks get back into the red SUV, you heard him say something to the effect of, quote, fuck you, fucking bitches, you're dead, end quote.
I do.
Okay? During your cross-examination, you repeatedly referred to a person as Brooks. The person depicted in the video, Exhibit 3, the person that you chested up to, is that person in the courtroom?
He is.
Can you point him out for us and just very clearly tell
Yeah,
us
that's the
where he's sitting,
plaintiff, the
what he's
state of
wearing?
Wisconsin.
You want me to point?
Yes, please.
All right. He's right there, and he's wearing orange.
I'd ask the record to reflect the witness has identified the defendant.
It will.
And I have no further questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
He does this through the whole trial.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the
Yes,
jury, this will
every
be an
witness, I
excellent
think.
stopping point for us this evening. Thank you for your patience this evening. I do need to go through one instruction with you. Do not begin your deliberations and discussion of the case until all the evidence is presented and I have instructed you on the law. Do not discuss this case among yourselves or with anyone else until your final deliberations in the jury room. This order is not limited to face-to-face conversations. It also extends to all forms of electronic communications. Do not use any electronic devices such as a mobile phone or computer, text or instant messaging or social networking sites to send or receive any information about this case or your experience as a juror. If you come in contact with the parties, lawyers, interpreters, or witnesses, do not speak with them. For their part, the parties, lawyers, interpreters, and witnesses will not contact or speak with the jurors. Do not listen to any conversation about this case. Do not research any information that you personally think might be helpful to you in understanding the issues presented. Do not investigate this case on your own or visit the scene, either in person or by any electronic means. Do not read any newspaper reports or listen to any news reports on radio, television, over the internet, or any other electronic application or tool about this trial. Do not consult dictionaries, computers, electronic applications, social media, the internet, or other reference materials for additional information. Do not seek information regarding the public records of any party or witness in this case. Any information you obtain outside the courtroom could be misleading, inaccurate, or incomplete. Relying on this information is unfair because the parties would not have the opportunity to refute, explain, or correct it. Do not
Uh-oh, I lost my playlist. Oh,
please make your way to the witness stand. When you get there, please remain standing.
hang on, guys. What'd I do with it? I lost my playlist. Where'd it go? That's not it. Squeak for Aunt Judy. It's her birthday. Here, tell Aunt Judy happy birthday.
May have been in the gallery on Monday and was warned about behavior then. I have issued an order. She is not allowed back in these proceedings because of that. I believe we know her identity, and I can tell you with certainty it is not our juror. If there's anything else, any other requests, I don't think it's necessary to bring that juror out, given that record, but I will certainly.
What happened? Spike, I'm doing something. Tell Aunt Judy happy birthday. It's her birthday. Shoot, I think I went backwards.
Provide us with that information.
Dang it.
Provide us with that information.
I need to know what happened with the juror.
Box 21 CF 1848. I have the state appearing by District Attorney Sue Opper, Deputy District Attorney Leslie Basie, Assistant District Attorney Zach Wichow, and I have the defendant Darrell Brooks appearing in person. I have the jurors coming in a little bit later today, but they usually come early, so I'm not sure if they're here. But I did want to make sure and ask if there's anything the parties wish me to address this morning. I don't believe there's been any new filings. I haven't seen any, but I did want to ask.
Your Honor, from the state, we would just like to make a record with regard to the concern Mr. Brooks had yesterday about the juror that he believed he recognized from his initial appearance that may have made some type of hand gesture to him. I did not, unfortunately, write down the juror number. I know what the juror looks like, but I couldn't associate it on my chart. Do you recall the juror number?
I'd be guessing. I think I know what it is, but I don't want to be
Sure.
correct on that. But we can have the civilian bailiff provide us with that information.
I don't know if we want to do have that juror come out just to confirm. I know that the juror told the civilian bailiff who informed the court. Our concern is we certainly don't want Mr. Brooks to keep raising issues with regard to specific jurors, and we start using those alternates up. So I guess I'd prefer it to be on the record that that juror was not at the initial appearance. I know that the three of us were at the initial appearance. There was an older woman who did. I ended up talking to her during the proceeding. She was not the juror that was described yesterday or that I saw yesterday with the clothes that Mr. Brooks indicated she was wearing. So I just really would like that to be put on the record that that juror, in fact, was not at the initial appearance, and have her come in, provide her name, and do that. Or the juror number, not her name, her juror.
So my understanding is that following what Mr. Brooks described happening at the initial appearance, there was a woman that one of the deputies spoke with and warned her. It's my understanding that woman may have been in the gallery on Monday and was warned about behavior then. I have issued an order. She is not allowed back in these proceedings because of that. I believe we know her identity, and I can tell you with certainty it is not our juror. So, and if there's anything else, any other requests, I don't think it's necessary to bring that juror out, given that record, but I will certainly do that if the state feels, or Mr. Brooks, that that's important for their understanding or confirmation at this point.
Yeah, and I think what would be important is to note if her pool number is the first 41. Mr. Brooks actually was in court on day 1 of jury selection, I know for a fact. I'm looking at my notes, it's unclear to me if he was present at any time in day 2 of jury selection. I know he was in day 1. So his claim that he was unable to see the juror at the time, obviously if it's a juror from day 1, he was able to see her because he was in court with her. So that would also be something, I guess if we could establish that she was part of the first 41, then I think the record is clear that the defendant was in court when the first 41 were brought out, and therefore he could have objected at that time.
I will get confirmation of the number, and we'll go from there. Well, any requests as relates to that, Mr. Brooks?
Before I get to that whole issue, Your Honor, if I may, I would like to state for the record and would like the record to reflect that I personally don't identify by that name. I am here as a third-party intervener in that matter, appearing as an authorized representative for my client. I accept for value, in return for value, all the charging instruments in this matter and make my exemption available for discharge of all obligations and charges connected with this case. I do not dispute any of the facts in the charging instruments.
Your statements are noted for the record, sir. All right, as to the issue of the juror?
As far as the issue of the juror, I was maybe briefly present when the first wave of jurors were brought in. I didn't recall really being in here long enough to really get a look at the jurors coming in because I was removed at that time. Actually, either they were coming in or shortly after they were brought in. I was removed. Definitely was not present for the second and third wave. I was in the other courtroom, so it would be, I can't see the jurors from the other courtroom on the monitor, so it wouldn't possibly be that I would have seen the juror that I was referring to yesterday.
Understanding that that may very well be true, my recollection is you were removed pretty quickly due to an interruption early on. I don't have my notes in front of me as to when you were brought in or not, but I am advising you that I was able to confirm with others, including law enforcement, that the juror that you suspected was the woman who made an inappropriate gesture toward you at the initial appearance. They are not the same individuals. I've been able to confirm that. I know the identity of the woman who did what you said, and it is not this juror.
Is it any way that I can be sure of that?
She just told you, that's how.
Do you want? It might be 41. I don't want to guess, but you testify that she was not at your initial appearance or any of the proceedings in this case. I'm able to do that.
That would be helpful, Your Honor.
All right. Can we check to see where they're at and if they're here? And if so, to have that juror brought out.
That alone should tell you.
It's probably best we have a record of that juror number with specificity in any event.
Your Honor, the only concern I would have, obviously, we may know that there's one person at initial appearance who may have made a hand gesture. I just wanted on the record that if there was a second person, it's not the juror that's impaneled in this case.
I'm not aware of another.
Nor am I.
I'm not interrupting.
Give me 1 second. The juror will be out momentarily. Go ahead, Mr. Brooks.
I would like to state for the record, the prosecution seems to be saying this with firsthand knowledge.
You referring to the issue we're talking about right now?
Correct, Your Honor.
Is there a question with that, or I'm not understanding why you're raising that at this moment?
Well, I'm raising it because the prosecution said that, and they stated that they knew for a fact that this juror is not the juror that I'm speaking of. Well, the prosecution said it too, Your Honor.
I provided the information, said I've been able to confirm the identity of the person who made an inappropriate gesture to you at your initial appearance. and then based upon the informal questioning of the juror that you suspected was that, determined confirmed that she was not that individual, and then subsequent to confirming that with that informal information, I was able to do some additional questioning of law enforcement and others to determine the identity of that other person and confirm, in fact, that what you said happened, but it's not this juror. But we're going to bring that juror out just so you can, or I will, question her about that. So there's a very clear record that your concern and whether one of the jurors on this panel was at your initial appearance and made an inappropriate gesture can be put to bed once and for all, so that you're satisfied they are two different people, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Do you want to take over? Just can sit in the jury box. She's a juror. She may be put under oath and questioned, but she's a juror, and so no one can film her or take her photograph. Go ahead. She can just sit in one of the spots in the jury box. All right. Good morning. You can have a seat. I just want to put on the record, this is juror number 41, and you are not in trouble. We just have had an issue come up, and we wanted to make sure we all had accurate information. At any point in time, did you attend any of the proceedings in this matter regarding Mr. Brooks? No. Were you ever at the initial appearance for Mr. Brooks? No. All right. State have any follow-up based on that? No, Your Honor. Mr. Brooks, any follow-up based on what I've asked this witness? Or what I've asked this juror, sorry.
No.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm going to wait till she's back out of the courtroom, because there's a hallway behind me, and then ask a follow-up. Mr. Brooks, we brought out juror number 41. Was that the same juror that you initially suspected was someone who was at your initial appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And again, she denied. She said she told us she wasn't there, and I trust that satisfies your inquiry into this issue.
I'm still a little leery, but
Okay.
I say that I'm not interrupting them.
Go ahead.
I don't forget faces. I don't.
All right. I understand what you're saying, but the record is made clear, and I'll make a finding that juror number 41 was not at your initial appearance and is not the person who made an inappropriate gesture to you either at or following that hearing. All right. Then any other issues from the state?
Yes, Judge, just briefly, a few. From yesterday's testimony, we'd like to move into evidence Exhibit 1, which was the map. Exhibit 3, which was the video played during Corey Runkle's testimony, and Exhibit 5, which is the photograph of Erica Patterson.
Mr. Brooks.
Yes, Your Honor. I guess it would be to the terms of relevancy. There's been no testimony from Ms. Patterson, so I'm just curious to know the relevancy of that being made evidence at this point in time, because from what was said yesterday was that she would be testifying at some point. Would it not be better to have that admitted then if she decides to testify instead of right now when we're not even sure if she is going to testify?
Your objections are noted for the record. There was a proper foundation laid regarding each one of these exhibits. They also are relevant to the issues within this trial, and I'll admit exhibits 1, 3, and 5, and also advise the jury when they come back into court this morning.
Your Honor, I'm not interrupting anyone.
Hold on, I'm not to you yet. If there are any issues, any other issues from the state.
Yes, Your Honor, I would just like the record to indicate that I understand we did not follow up with this after the lunch break on the record, but it was my understanding that Mr. Brooks did receive the medical attention that he was seeking over the lunch hour. So I just wanted that on the record. And then finally, Your Honor, just a reminder to Mr. Brooks as to the other acts evidence. In line with his questioning of Corey Runkle yesterday, Erica Patterson will be testifying here this morning. The court issued a ruling as to the other acts evidence. The state strictly abided by that. Mr. Brooks came very close several times to opening the door to that testimony. We treaded very lightly on purpose to be respectful of the court's ruling, but the court warned him twice. Mr. Witchow even personally went over and warned Mr. Brooks during Ms. Runkle's testimony. And before we start another round of challenges, potentially during Ms. Patterson's testimony, we just wanted to make a record of that so that Mr. Brooks knows if he opens the door to that other act's testimony, it will come in.
And I appreciate the state raising that as well. Mr. Brooks, on the issue of medical attention, did you see the jail nurse or other medical personnel during the lunch hour yesterday?
Yes, I did. I received a cleaning of my cut and a bandage.
All right, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was getting to the other parts of the injuries. They
Go ahead.
viewed the bruises that I have on my arm and legs as well. I don't know what's going to happen behind that, but I will.
Okay, what are they dancing around that he tried to bring in? I can rewind it a little bit.
Record, but it was my understanding that Mr. Brooks did receive the medical attention that he was seeking over the lunch hour. So I just wanted that on the record. And then finally, Your Honor, just a reminder to Mr. Brooks as to the other acts evidence in line with his questioning of Corey Runkle yesterday. Erica Patterson will be testifying here this morning. The court issued a ruling as to the other acts evidence. The state strictly abided by that. Mr. Brooks came very close several times to opening the door to that testimony. We treaded very lightly on purpose to be respectful of the court's ruling, but the court warned him twice. Mr. Witchow even personally went over and warned Mr. Brooks during Ms. Runkle's testimony. And before we start another round of challenges, potentially during Ms. Patterson's testimony, we just wanted to make a record of that so that Mr. Brooks knows if he opens the door to that other act's testimony, it will come in.
I appreciate the state raising that as well. Mr. Brooks, on the issue of medical attention.
She told him that. And he's like, well, everybody already knows I'm in custody. I don't see how they wouldn't know with all the press and all it's been on the news and everything. Yeah, they don't know that though, because they were picked to be on the jury. Did no one explain that to him? That the people on the jury don't know what's going on? That's why they were picked?
Did you see the jail nurse or other medical personnel during the lunch hour yesterday?
Yes, I did. I received a cleaning of my cut and a bandage.
All right, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was getting to the other parts of the injuries. They
Go ahead.
viewed the bruises that I have on my arm and legs as well. I don't know what's going to happen behind that, but I was looked at.
All right, thank you.
And it's over
Does not
his
appear to
eye.
me that any
So
of
the
these
mask can't even
injuries
cover
are
that.
interfering in any way with your ability to be here today and assist in your own defense.
My
So that's
mic
good.
sounds weird.
I'm just a little tender, just a little sore. So.
All right, Mr. Brooks, do you understand what the state is referencing as it relates to the other acts?
I don't know
I do
why.
not understand.
Do you recall being in court at the end of August when the court addressed a number of motions, including a motion brought by the state to admit other acts?
And with all respect, Your Honor, this whole process is very, very new to me. So I'm trying to, I guess, stay within bounds of the questions that I'm allowed to ask. If I color outside the line, so to speak, it is not intentionally, because
Yeah,
I'm
we
basically
know
learning
that.
as I go.
So I'm going to have my clerk print out the motion for other acts
we
that was
know-
filed by the
You're
state,
stupid.
along with the response that was
okay.
filed by your attorneys at that time, and further advise you the court did not grant the state's request to admit other acts as it relates to your conduct with Erica Patterson prior to November 21 of 2021. And your questions yesterday of Ms. Runkle could have opened the door to the court revisiting that issue. That's why the court stopped. It was interesting. Ms. Runkle clearly was advised not to talk about other acts. The state followed the requirement that they advise their witnesses about the court's order as it relates to other acts. And I believe I kind of paused twice and said, are you sure you want to answer that? I referenced generally some prior rulings so as not to alert the jury to anything more than that. And then at one point Attorney Wichow also came over, muted your microphone. I don't know what was said, but my understanding is he basically kind of gave you the same caution. There's a ruling, something to that effect. And I know you didn't proceed with the questions that you had originally attempted to ask this witness. So it's very clear what we're talking about. Again, I'm going to give you these filings so that you understand what I prohibited in this trial. And the record to reflect those filings are being provided. Madam Clerk, do you happen to have the document numbers for those? Sorry, I should.
170.
Document 170.
And 161.
161. So documents 170, 161 were provided to Mr. Brooks. So the only other thing I'll say on that, sir, is if you ask questions, I'm not going, that would open up the door potentially, or at least ask questions that call for answers that might fall within that order that I issued. You do that at your own peril, and you may open the door to the state bringing.
And you know what else is weird, guys? The acoustics in my house are wonky. I don't know why, because that one video that I made, the Soto Escalera, like the little primer video that I made that was 9 minutes long, my husband's TV, because I made it on the weekend when he was home, and the background noise was awful. I even used the background noise filter, and you could still hear his TV in the background. If I go in the bedroom, I can't hear my TV, the bedroom TV. I can't hear it. I have to turn it almost blasting, and then it overpowers his TV in here. And I have trouble hearing it in the bedroom because the acoustics in our house is so wonky. And my stepdaughters have told me they'll be sitting out in the living room watching TV, and my TV overpowers the living room TV. And I'm still turning it up because I can't hear it in the bedroom. It's bizarre. The way the sound travels in this house is bizarre. It's crazy. I don't know why it does it that way. So when I get moved in to the other room, if I ever get moved into the other room, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if the sound's going to get better or worse. If it gets worse, that will be the studio from then on. And we're going to have to wire it somehow so that it's permanent. The audio stays that way and it's not going to change, and it's crazy. My house is crazy. I could, but I don't know if that's going to help the mic picking up the sound. I have to remember to keep it right here is what it is, and I always forget. But why it picks up background noise in the next room, explain that. I don't. Well, and that's why I usually do stuff when he's at work. But, hey, Carla. Oh, Carla, your blood pressure. Oh, actually, we got to go to the other trial now. Okay, so we're going to another trial. Oh, I didn't set up the redirect. Let me set up the redirect. Well, no, I guess I won't because I just accidentally shut everything down. Hang on. My laptop is touchy. I can just barely touch a button and it'll just shut everything off. I didn't mean to shut everything off. Come on, come back. Oh, I'll just do it on the computer, I think. Yeah, I can do it on the computer. Okay, so this trial, it started yesterday. And this woman shot her husband, and apparently there is footage of her. I don't know if it's doing it or after she did it, but there's audio of her saying, "You'll be fine. Like, you'll be finding something major artery, like unintelligible major arteries. I guess she's saying to him it didn't hit any major arteries or something like that. So she was in jail and she got pregnant. I don't know if it's her. It looks like surveillance video in a parking lot. Oh yeah, Carla. Our whole country needs prayers. Oh, and did you hear about the there was some big thing about, I guess somebody tried to run some FBI agents off the road or something, or ICE agents. I don't know what it was. And someone called 911 and the, I guess, Chicago police wouldn't go. And everybody was having a fit about it. Why wouldn't the Chicago Police Department go to that call? Because that was a federal area. Like the federal ICE and the federal agents were FBI and all. That was their area. And they're not supposed to, the CPD is not supposed to interfere unless they're asked to help. And they weren't asked to help. So, but that's in Chicago, Carla, right? Right. So they weren't allowed to. And everybody's like listening to the 911 call going, because he told the 911 operator, we're not going to that call. And everybody's like, why wouldn't they go to that call? They're against ICE agents. They wouldn't. No, that's not why they didn't go to that call. No, they weren't allowed to, Jill. That's what everybody thinks. That it was corruption, but they weren't allowed to. I heard what? He stated what? I heard the 911 call. He said they weren't going to the call. Because it was the federal, they didn't have jurisdiction because the federal cops were doing that in that area or whatever. I don't know. Oh, the police are mad at the mayor because the mayor told them not to help. If they're illegal, they don't need to be here. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's scary. But like I did the trial by the one illegal that killed the girl that was gonna be a nurse and contribute to society, and you know, and he had been in jail and let out after committing, I don't remember how many crimes, but yeah. If you want to come in legally, have at it. We have a lot of people here from other countries that came in legally. There is a legal way to do it. And if you're illegal, you're a criminal by nature, by definition, because there's a legal way to come into this country. And if you do it illegally, that means you have broken a law. Therefore, you are a criminal. I know. We should lock up everybody that kills somebody. Yes. We lock up people that kill people. Why do we need to let people come into our country illegally and kill people? We can stop those murders right now by not letting them in the country. That's a whole bunch of murderers that don't have to murder because they're not in our country. Just do it legally. Why can't they just do it legally? I'm not against immigrants being in America. I'm against illegal immigrants being in America. Okay, so enough politics. I redirected the stream. So now we're going to go to the You'll Be Fine murder trial. Dang it, why did I close it? I closed it again. Crap. I need YouTube back. Okay, but we're going to start with day one that started yesterday. So, this is true. This is true. Nobody knows the truth anymore. Nobody knows the truth anymore because mainstream media lies, and we honestly don't know the truth. Even though we think we know the truth, we don't know the truth. I don't think we ever will know the truth, so. But we're friends, right? Anyway, no matter what. So, okay. So this will redirect you. And this one's going to be fun, I think. I hope. Okay. Excuse me. I will see you over there in a minute.